There was a time when 100,000 miles on an engine barely meant it was broken in. Those days are gone. Today, they build engines to survive the warranty period, just long enough for you to get stuck with the bill. The result? Engines that look good on paper, die fast in real life, and drain your bank account on the way out. So before you drop your hard-earned money on a used car, you need to watch this. We're counting down 7 engines that are not going to last 50,000 miles, and most of them are still sitting in driveways, dealer lots, and used car listings right now, waiting for their next victim. Before we get into it, drop a comment. Have you ever owned a car that let you down way too early? Or are you currently driving one of these and just hoping for the best? Let me know. I read every single one. Number 7. Chrysler 2.7-liter V6. Kicking this list off is an engine that should never have left the drawing board. The Chrysler 2.7-liter V6, found in the Intrepid and Concorde from 1998 and the Sebring from 2001. The worst years run 1998 to 2004. On the surface it looked modern, efficient, reasonable. Under the hood, it was quietly building its own funeral out of sludge. The oil passages in this engine are incredibly narrow. The crankcase ventilation system does almost nothing useful. The result is oil that turns into thick, sticky sludge. And even owners who never missed a service reported buildup that starved the engine of lubrication. Once sludge forms, it's over. It blocks oil to the bearings, the camshaft, and the timing chain. Everything starts failing at once. And when the timing chain lets go, pistons meet valves. That is an engine-destroying moment. The water pump is buried inside the engine. When it leaks coolant into the oil, the damage that follows is rarely worth repairing. Many of these engines struggled to reach 60,000 miles, and the engine's design made it vulnerable even when owners did everything right. What makes this one sting the most is the used car market. These engines are still out there in cars priced to look like a bargain. A clean Sebring or Intrepid at $3,000 or $4,000 looks tempting. But what you are really buying is an engine that may already be building sludge right now. If you are looking at one of these, check the oil. If it looks dark, thick, or smells burnt, walk away. The repair cost will exceed the car's value before you even get it home. If that kind of mechanical horror story is exactly what you're trying to avoid, hit subscribe right now. You just saved yourself from inheriting someone else's engine problem. Support me in reaching my goal of 10,000 subscribers. It means everything and keeps this content going. Please note that affiliate links are still to be observed. Number 6. GM 1.4-liter Turbo Ecotec. The GM 1.4-liter Turbocharged Ecotec. In the Chevrolet Cruze, Sonic and Trax from 2011 through 2019. Tiny displacement plus turbo was supposed to mean power and economy. In practice, it gave owners a whistle they did not ask for and repair bills they could not afford. The PCV system fails frequently. When it does, oil gets pulled into the intake and the engine starts burning through it silently. You won't notice until the damage is already done. The turbocharger tends to fail around 70,000 miles and often much sooner. Check engine lights, power loss, oil consumption. That is the daily Ecotec experience for thousands of owners. The Cruze from these years also carries a history of engine fires and stalling, multiple recalls, all before 50,000 miles. This engine packed a lot of trouble into a very small package. 2 down, 5 to go, and I promise, it only gets worse from here. Number 5 is one that made headlines for years and still makes mechanics shake their heads. Number 5, Hyundai Kia Theta II 2 and 2.4-liter, the Hyundai and Kia Theta II. The 2 and 2.4-liter versions, Sonata, Optima, Santa Fe, and several others from 2011 to 2019. The problem started at the factory. Metal debris from manufacturing was left inside these engines. As the engine ran, those particles circulated through the oil and destroyed the bearings. From the inside, while you were driving. There is no gradual warning. You are on the highway, and suddenly there is knocking, power loss, and you are pulling over to watch your investment turn to scrap. Many of these engines failed well under 80,000 miles, a significant number well under 50,000. Hyundai and Kia have replaced engines at a massive scale in the US. Class action settlements now cover GDI model owners with a lifetime warranty after the knock sensor software update. Other affected engines are covered up to 15 years and 150,000 miles, but only if you act. If you own one of these, get it inspected immediately. And if you are buying used, do not skip this step. Ask the seller directly whether the knock sensor software update has been done. Ask for the service record. If they cannot show it, treat the engine as unprotected. A failed Theta II is not a small repair. You are looking at a full engine replacement. That is a 5-figure bill on a car that may only be worth $8,000 or $10,000. 4 more engines, and the next one is probably sitting in your neighbor's driveway right now. Number 4. BMW N54 3-liter twin turbo. The BMW N54. The twin turbocharged inline-6 in the 335i from 2006 and the 135i from 2007, both running through to 2010. When it worked, it was brilliant. When it didn't, and it often didn't, it was very expensive. The high-pressure fuel pump failed so consistently that BMW issued recalls and extended warranties. The pump dies, the engine stalls or enters limp mode. Multiple owners replaced it more than once inside the warranty period. Then there is carbon buildup. Direct injection means fuel never washes over the intake valves. Carbon piles up and requires walnut shell blasting, a service that costs serious money and needs repeating. The twin turbos wear out fast. Wastegate rattle and boost loss come first. Then a bill for 2 replacements that is not small. Brilliant to drive, brutal to own, 3 engines left, and each one is a little more painful than the last. Number 3. Mazda CX-7 2.3-liter turbo. The Mazda CX-7 with the 2.3-liter turbocharged engine. Mazda's naturally aspirated engines have a great reputation, but this turbocharged CX-7 was a different story entirely. The turbocharger is extremely sensitive to oil quality and warm-up habits. It needs time before hard driving and a cool down before you switch off. Most owners don't know this. The result is turbo failure, smoke in the exhaust, and oil burning through the system. This engine also consumes oil at a rate that shocks owners, with no warning light. Oil quietly disappears and the engine quietly suffers. Once piston ring wear begins, it accelerates fast. Timing chain tensioner failure adds to the damage. If the chain jumps, the engine is done. Many of these engines did not reach 80,000 miles. A number never got close to 50,000. Here is the thing about the CX-7 that makes it especially dangerous in the used market. The car looks great. It drives well when the engine is in decent shape. So buyers see a tidy crossover at a reasonable price and think they found a deal. What they actually found is a turbocharger that is already running on borrowed time and an oil level that may be 2 quarts low with no warning on the dash. Always check the oil on a CX-7 before you buy. Pull the dipstick. If it is low, that engine has been running dry and the damage is already done. Number 2. Renault Nissan 1.2-liter TCE H5F. This one has ended up in French courts. The Renault and Nissan 1.2-liter turbocharged petrol engine. Motor code H5FIT, TCE at Renault, DIG-T at Nissan. Fitted in the Clio, Captur, Megane, Dacia Duster, and Nissan Qashqai. This engine has a fundamental design flaw. The piston rings are too weak to scrape oil cleanly from the cylinder walls. Combine that with negative pressure in the intake during overrun, and the engine sucks oil past the rings straight into the combustion chamber. Oil consumption exceeds 1 liter per 1,000 kilometers. That is not to wear. That is a structural failure dressed as a specification. The burned oil leaves hard carbon on the exhaust valves. Those deposits overheat the valves thermally. They burn through. Pieces break off and fall into the cylinder. A catastrophic engine failure is the only possible ending. Most reach that point between 60,000 and 80,000 kilometers. Software updates were pushed to mask the issue. For many engines, the update came after the damage was already done. No proof of engine replacement on a revised unit? Walk away. 1 engine left, and this one is sitting under the hood of some of the most trusted vehicles on the road. Number 1. GM 3.6-liter VVT V6. The General Motors 3.6-liter V6 with variable valve timing. In the Cadillac CTS from 2004, the Chevrolet Camaro from 2010, and various other GM models through 2011. Variable valve timing adds complexity. In the right engine, that is fine. In this one, it added a failure mode mechanics have been dealing with ever since. The timing chains stretch beyond acceptable limits. When they do, a rattle develops at the front of the engine, especially on cold starts. Most owners ignore it, or they hear it too late. When the chain lets go, It is complete engine destruction. Valves and pistons collide. What is left is not worth repairing. This engine burns oil excessively and suffers from water pump failures. Mechanics advise avoiding it without full-timing chain service history. The repair bill routinely exceeds the value of the car. A chain that costs a fraction of the engine to replace becomes the reason the entire engine ends up in the scrapyard. And this is what makes it number one on this list. It is not just the failure itself, it is who gets hurt by it. The CTS, the STS, the Camaro, these are aspirational cars. People save up for them. They buy them used thinking they are getting into something premium at a good price. And for a while it feels that way. Then the cold start rattle starts. They ignore it because it goes away after a minute. Then one day it does not go away. And the engine that felt so good to drive is now a very expensive paperweight. If you are buying any GM vehicle from this era with the 3.6-liter, the timing chain service history is not optional to check. It is the only thing standing between you and a total loss. 7 engines, all carrying their failure from the moment they were built. Design flaws, cheap materials, boardroom decisions, all landing on your repair bill. If this saved you from an expensive mistake, hit the like button and share it with someone about to make a costly purchase. Subscribe for more content like this. Help subscribers, every single one matters. And drop your engine horror stories in the comments.